Well, if you've bought mobile credits in the last few days, I'm sure that you've noticed you don't really get the entire value of what you actually paid for. This is because the mobile operators are deducting 9% of the value in compliance with the recent increase in the communication service tax. Many consumers have raised concerns. Well, this afternoon, the Communications Ministry has issued a statement directing the telcos to stop deducting the tax upfront from their subscribers. Let's get some understanding of how this happened. Well, we're actually built to speak to the Deputy Communications Minister, George Anda, but let me read to you the statement that we have from the Communications Ministry. It says, it's titled Directive on Communication Service Tax Implementation. And it goes on to say that we must emphasize the fact that CST was increased from the existing rate of 6% to 9% effective 4th September 2019. The tax has been in existence since 2008 and was increased to provide revenue for cybersecurity initiatives to protect the digital infrastructure and policies being used by both the public and private sector. At the series of meetings held between the Ministry of Communications, mobile network operator and the NCA on 7th and 8th October 2019, we were informed that prior to 4th September 2019, MNOs had not been passing on the CST to subscribers, but had decided to take advantage of the 3% increase to pass on the entire tax to subscribers. This has effectively increased their profit margin at the expense of subscribers. Now, you need to note that down really carefully. This is the Communication Ministry saying that the operators have decided to take advantage of the 3% increment to pass on the entire 9% to you and I. And they say that it has effectively increased the profit margin at the expense of subscribers. Now, they say, the statement goes on to say that all efforts to get the telcos to revert to the September 2019 situation has failed, as they literally exact their pound of flesh from their consumers. To minimize the negative impact of the current mode of deduction of the CST, the Ministry of Communications hereby directs the immediate implementation of the following measures. So it goes on to talk about the measures, which is number one, that the CST should be treated the same way that VAT, NHIL, Get Fund levy and all other taxes and levies imposed on entities doing business in Ghana are treated. This extraordinary upfront deduction of CST and notification of same to subscribers must stop with immediate effect. Number two, that all unused data and voice bundles purchased by subscribers do not expire and must be rolled over with the next recharge. Very interesting there. Now, this second point is interesting because if you have credits on your mobile phone, you say you have 10 cedis credits on your mobile phone, and you buy a bundle of say 400 megabytes, I beg your pardon, and you don't use all. You say you use 200 megabytes of that, and you purchased it for a day. After 24 hours, you lose the 200 megabytes. Now, what this directive says is that all unused data and voice bundles purchased by subscribers do not expire and must be rolled over with the next recharge. Now, what we also need to understand is whether this applies to just the recent bundles purchased, or whether it applies generally to every bundle at all that you purchase. The third directive is that the MNOs, and by MNOs is the mobile network operators, so the MNOs will be subject to strict compliance with existing quality of service standards to ensure value for the subscribers' money in accordance with their license obligations. Now, this has also been a very thorny issue when it comes to mobile operators and how they charge consumers. It's saying that they will not compromise. The authorities will not compromise on the quality of service that we receive from the telcos. Very interesting conversation, which will continue next week, and we will get to the bottom of it, understand it better.